collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the Toy Story Space Mission Alien Rescue set from the Disney Storytellers line from Mattel. So I think this line is kind of defunct now at this point. Previously I had reviewed the Aladdin Cave of Wonders set, which was actually a pretty great set if you're into, just kind of 1/18th scale figures. And I saw this at my Walmart on clearance. You can see it's normally $15. It was for half price for $7.50. I just thought the Buzz and the Zurg looked kind of cool. You get a little alien dude there. Doesn't look like he has much articulation, if any. But I don't know, just I love 1/18th scale figures, and I thought these looked kind of cool, and the price was definitely right, so I decided to check it out. As you can see, it's mostly open packaging here for Buzz and Zurg, and then the alien is, bubble-on card there in the center. Spin it around to the back, you can see it just says Space Mission Alien Rescue. Has the Pixar logo and the 3 figures. So I thought it looked kind of cool for $7.50, so I'm going to go ahead and get them out of the packaging here, and we'll take a closer look. So here are the 3 figures out of the packaging. We'll start over here with Zurg. Zurg's okay. I mean, aesthetically, I think he looks pretty good. I do like how they gave him kind of a rubbery plastic cape. I think that's kind of cool, so that way you can move it around a little bit if you need to. Not that you would, because it doesn't get in the way of articulation at all. Head sculpt I think is pretty good. Head can move slightly from side to side. It's kind of hard to grab it, but it can. He also has a hinge at the shoulder as well as a rotation, and then he has kind of like a 45-degree swivel here at the elbow. He doesn't have a hinge or anything. It's not a full elbow joint, but he does have the swivel there. Some decent paint here on the cuffs. The hands are painted a nice metallic silver color, but there's no movement in the forearm or the hands or anything. That's one solid piece. And then you can swivel him at the waist, although I don't know why you would need to. He's got these weird, like, fake wheels molded into the bottom, and I don't get the point of that. It just makes it... I mean, he stands fine, but I just mean, wouldn't it be easier just to stand him on a complete flat surface? I don't see the point in molding in the fake wheels, but there we are. Little alien looks good. He has the least articulation of all. He just has an arm swivel, and that's really all he's got going on there. But otherwise, I think he looks great. I've always loved the design of these little guys. Simple, but just really fun. Doesn't even have a head swivel, unfortunately, but otherwise looks pretty good. And then we have our Buzz Lightyear figure. Doesn't have a dome or anything like that, but you can move the head side to side. As you can see there, pretty good details on the face. The eyebrows on mine, the paint's a little messed up, but I didn't have more than one to look through when I picked this up, so I had to make do. He does have a hinge and a rotation in the shoulder. He does have a hinge and a rotation in the elbow. Forearm and hand and everything are one solid piece. Nice ball joints here in the hip, so you can get a good range of motion from that. But unfortunately, even though it kind of looks like he has knee joints, they are just kind of molded in, and the leg is one solid piece. So nothing in the knee, nothing in the ankle. But I think overall, it's a fun little set. Now, if I was paying full price for this, $15, I don't know. I feel like the Aladdin one was a little bit more successful. I felt like Aladdin and Genie had more articulation, if I'm remembering it correctly. Now, granted, Zurg's design obviously doesn't lend itself to any kind of leg articulation because he doesn't have legs, so there's only so much they can do. And I can't say I really miss the elbow hinge. I mean, sure, it would be nice, but I feel like at least they gave him something. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, overall, I do like the cape and everything. Like I said, it's kind of a nice rubbery plastic there. Hopefully that holds up over time. The alien, to me, is very similar to like the magic carpet that came with Aladdin. That didn't have any articulation at all, so the fact that he's got the arm swivels is nice and gives him something. And then I kind of just wish, Buzz had knees. If he had knees, I think he'd be perfect. I don't really need him to do much else. I think the paint's good, the detail and everything you even have on the sides of the arms and everything. The back's painted. They didn't shy away. A lot of times you can see figures where the paint kind of stops at the halfway mark, but they did paint the backpack, and the purple strap goes all the way around, same with the green around his waist and the purple of his feet. So I think they did a nice job with the paint applications. I can live without the knee articulation. I think the elbow is probably more important than the knee, but it would have been nice to have the knee articulation as well. I'm wondering if maybe the legs were just too thin and it would make it brittle or something. That's my best guess. But they could have made the legs a little wider. I don't think I would have necessarily thought he looked weird if they made his legs a little wider to give him the knees. But yeah, that's really my only complaint. It's not a huge complaint. I can easily live without it. I still think it's a fun little, 4-inch scale fig. And I think it's a decent set. I mean, especially for $7.50. I paid $7.50. I'm very happy with that. If I was paying full price, I still think it's not unreasonable. You know, it's like $5 a figure. Now, some are bigger than others. Some have more articulation than others. But like I said, it's pretty on par for the line. I mean, some of the figures are kind of huge. Like, I think there was a Zootopia set that had, and I can't remember the character's name, but the sloth from the DMV, and I think it had the fox and the rabbit. And I feel like that was probably a good set. I should have grabbed that one at some point, because that's 3 fairly large figures. I don't know how much articulation they all had, but I think this is pretty par for the course. I mean, if you think about the fact that, you know, 1/18 scale figures are usually somewhere in the area of $8 to $12, depending on the level of articulation and accessories and things that they come with. So, you know, getting these for kind of $5 a piece at full price is not bad, but getting them for $7.50 is great. I'm very happy to pick it up for this price. It's just a fun little set. Like I said, these storyteller figures have been kind of neat, and yeah, just kind of cool. Definitely think it's neat if you can find this somewhere on sale. I think it's definitely worth checking out if you like Toy Story and you like 1/18 scale figures. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.